everybody, welcome back to Pixie Woo. Today's makeup video I'm going to do for you is of the makeup that I've been wearing at the moment. Now those of you that follow me on Instagram, NixiePixie1, lots of you have asked me, what are you wearing at the moment? So I tend to go through phases of wearing certain makeup, and as it's been a lot warmer, I haven't been wearing as much. So here is my makeup bag I've brought in with me. I tend to use a plastic makeup bag that's see-through at the moment because we've been travelling a lot. So rather than, if you saw the makeup bag I used with the video with Naomi, that is my normal makeup bag, but when I'm travelling a lot I transfer it into a plastic one so I don't have to use the plastic bags at the airport. Now on my nails I have got this Model Zone beach bag. They're meant to bring out your tan, your natural, like make your tan look more, and then this one is Flip Flop, and I was debating whether to put that on, but I felt like this one would be more flattering on me. On my face I have been using a little bit of Zen Tan just because it's really quick. It's like an oil-free, parabens-free instant colour. So I've got that on my skin just to give me a little bit of colour. And I've been using the bronzing retractable brush, which I don't have in here for some reason, to put on my fake tan. Because one of the girls on the course was saying to me, when she uses this big brush, she uses it for putting on her fake tan on her face, which is such a brilliant idea. So I've been using my bronzer one to put on my fake tan. It works brilliantly, and then I don't get tanny hands. Right, let me start. Oh, also the other thing I wanted to show you was this. Now, Sam was raving about this like crazy. This is, I think it's Eucerin, I'm not sure how you would say it. But Sam was raving about it, and she was like, oh, I found this most amazing moisturiser, and I was like, whatever, body moisturiser. I was like, whatever. And she was like, just try it, it's amazing. So I tried it, and it really is. If you've got dry skin, it makes your legs look not dry at all. Also makes them look like you've put baby oil a little bit on them, but not as glossy as baby oil. It is awesome, and I got it from Boots the other day. I bought Stacey one as well because they were on offer. So I just had to show you that because she'll probably be like, I found that, don't be stealing my stuff. But yeah, I bought a new one and I love it. Let me get started. Rant over. I'm going to put a little bit of Oilatum on my skin. I forget about this. This is my this moisturiser, and I go on to other stuff, but I always end up coming back to Oilatum because I love it. Key is don't use too much of it before you put makeup on because it is really moisturising. At the moment, I'm all about face and body foundation. I don't know why it is that I haven't used it more often, but I think it's a bit lighter for the summer and the weather's been better, so I've opted for this one. I take two colours with me and then I mix them together to make the colour that I want it to be that day. So I've got a little bit of C6, and I said this in my video, my Sharon Kelly video, a little bit of N3. And just work that right the way over the skin. It photos so beautifully, this foundation. I'm using a Real Techniques buffing brush to apply this because I really like this brush for this foundation. Also, don't forget this foundation is buildable. So if you put one coat on and you don't feel like it's enough, or one layer on, you don't feel like it's enough, apply some more and it will just build. I'm going to leave the skin there and I'm going to move on to the brows. I have got this Anastasia, this is Brow Powder Duo, and this was in the colour taupe. Now in here it has a really light colour and a slightly darker colour. I use them both just on a MAC 263, and I'm taking the lightest colour first and just go right over my brow. Now loads of people have asked me about my brows, so I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into those. I tend to use the lightest colour just to get the shape. I love this because it's got no red in it at all. Push up at the front of the brow so it makes that front area that little bit softer. Then I'm going to take the slightly darker colour and just use that where my brows are a little bit sporadic, so where they don't grow properly, because my brows aren't super thick. So I'm just using that probably on the bottom line to define, and then a little bit here where that arch is. Now my brows are my main thing, so I then take a little bit of pencil. This one is a Kevyn Aucoin one that's in my makeup bag in brunette. Has a spoolie on the end, and I'm just going to use that. The Kevyn Aucoin one in brunette is much lighter than most brunettes, so just to warn you, if you think that brunette's going to be too dark, medium ash is much lighter. It's hardly even noticeable. Whereas if you're getting Anastasia ones, the medium ash is probably more like brunette. So I'm just using that just to define a bit more. Now I always have to have a pencil in my kit or in my makeup bag because I have a scar in this eyebrow and I have to get a pencil in there to colour it. So just keep brushing it to keep that soft. And then take a little bit of my brow gel. This is an Eyeko one, which I totally adore. And just take off the excess because otherwise there's too much on there. And all it does is just shows your brow hairs. Now mine are so fine I have to use this. Some of you may have slightly thicker brow hairs, so it's not necessary. But I have to show that I have some hairs there. Now frequently asked questions is, why would you use a powder over a pencil when it comes to brows? Powders are much softer, so they give a much softer kind of finish. You can also change the depth with the powder much easier than you can with a pencil. However, if you are like me and you have scars in your brows or brows that don't, I don't seem to grow them in this one little area here, I tend to use a powder over the top and then, not a powder, a pencil over the top and then place a powder over that to seal it. And what it will do is, a pencil can sometimes look a little bit too waxy, so putting a powder over the top will just flatten that out. Get rid of that kind of waxy shine. Also, by doing that, it's going to last longer because you're sandwiching the products together. I was going to make this a short video and I've really rambled on, I'm so sorry. But I feel like we've been doing videos so long now, there's so many, like maybe 600 videos on Pixie Woo. We can tell you a bit more stuff, a bit more educational stuff about makeup and how to make things last and better, because that's why you come here. And brows are so important now, aren't they? Then take my pencil and I'm going to use that under that brow. Slightly feathering motions. I need to get it right in here, where that scar is. Always keep brushing it through so you can soften that as well. I'm going to go back in with my eyeshadow now, or my eyebrow shadows. I'm using the lighter one. I'm going to push that over the top. Bear in mind, it will cling to it, so try to use a lighter colour if possible over the top of the pencil because they stick together. In with my gel again. Brushing the hairs upwards. If you brush them along, they're just going to look, you're not going to see the brows so much, or they'll just look too clumpy. So that's when you have to make sure that your brows are nicely trimmed and they don't poke up too much. Now another thing that I tend to do is I get a little bit of my matte Chromagraph. Loads of people, Chromagraphic I think this is, loads of people or companies do these now. They're kind of like concealer pencils. Charlotte Tilbury does one which is really soft, and it's actually for in the eye, but I prefer it through the brow bone. Makeup Forever do them, lots of people do them, but I've just got this one. This is NC15 to NW20, and I tend to just run that through my brow. You know, this isn't totally necessary, I just really like it because I try to make my brows my main feature. I'm just going to get a little accent brush and just bath that into the skin. And I use my finger just to warm that up. I tend to have quite red under my brows for some reason, and also when I put fake tan on my face, where you pluck your brows, it kind of sticks to that area a little bit more. So I like to use a concealer, and the concealer pencil is nicest just to make that a little bit sharper. Next thing I've been using recently is this. This is also by MAC. I've got a lot of MAC stuff in my makeup bag at the moment. Well, actually a lot of the beginning stuff is MAC. This is called Always Sunny Pro, I just spat there, Pro Longwear eyeshadow. And I'm just going to take that on a MAC 217 and just buff that into the eye. Or into the eyelid actually, not into the actual eye, because that would be painful. This is not too much colour. I chose it because it will make the green pop out in my eyes without being too heavy, because I found that I wanted to wear a little bit less for this kind of slightly warmer weather. Take that under the eye as well. Right, back to the skin. I have got a little bit of MAC Moisture Cover Concealer. I'm going to take that. This is my colour, which is NW20. Yeah, NW20. Under the eyes, around my nose, a little bit over my cheeks, but not much. And I'll come back and do my blemishes with something else. I'm going to take a little bit of that over my chin. I do like a bit of concealer. Deluxe crease brush and just buff that in. It's a great concealer because it's not too much coverage. If you need something with more coverage for blemishes, then that's probably not the best one for you. And then take a little bit of my Kevyn Aucoin, depending on what colour. This one is 09. The smallest amount, you see that, that's too much. You can't even see it on there. Over my blemishes. And then just buff that in. Then I take a little bit of my Bobbi Brown. This one is in medium 2 bronzing powder. I love this. It's really, really flat. It's got no shimmer in it. It's just a great colour and I love it. I'm going to take that on a blush brush and that just goes around the edge of my face. Can you see how warm it is? But it's just the greatest tone. On my cheeks, now you'll probably see I haven't powdered because I like a really, really dewy finish. However, if you get really, really oily, powder. So on the cheeks, but I'm going on the top of the cheeks rather than contouring. I'm kind of doing both. Then, before you put that away, take your brush that you use for the eyeshadow and a little bit of that bronzer just through the socket. I'm then going to curl my lashes. When I squeeze them, I tend to tilt the brush a little bit as well, so I really get maximum curl. Then my Clinique High Impact Mascara. I might need a new one of these, seems to be a bit drier than normal. I've been steering away from eyeliner at the moment and just really putting lots of mascara on. And then for my lower lashes, I have got Extended Play by MAC. I like this because it's, I don't know if it's waterproof, but it seems to stay put really well without running. Sometimes I don't put any on my bottom lashes though, I have to say. Right, lastly, I have a few favourite lip liners that I'm using at the moment, and they're all pretty much the similar colour. Which just shows I'm such a creature of habit. I have got, this is Praline by, Laura Mercier. It's quite light though, it's really, really, really nude. I like that. I've then got, this one is 169 by Dior, which I love as well because you don't really need to wear a lipstick over the top of it because they're kind of like a lipstick kind of finish. Then got Bobbi Brown Ballet Pink. I've got another Bobbi Brown one, but I don't know where it's gone. When I want something a bit more plummy, I have got Laura Mercier Plumberry. I have got OCC Trick, which I've used in quite a few videos. I'm going to go for Ballet Pink. I'm going to colour my whole lip in with that. I'm going to take a tiny bit of Trick just around the outside. So this is probably why people think my lips look bigger, because I've been going over the line a tiny bit with a slightly darker colour. Then over the top of that I am going to take a little bit of Laura Mercier. This lipstick is called 60s Pink and I love it. And you may think I'm finished there, but I'm not. I then have these, which you obviously know I love, and I've also got Pearl Lip Gloss, which made its way into my bag after I've done a few videos with it in. But I'm going to take my Clarins. I love the gloss on that, look at that. And it feels amazing. This one is, I need a new one, I'm going to go and get one now, is 01. Right, lastly, see that's a lot of products, but I can do it really quickly. I have got a little bit of, actually I'm going to use my Hush first. I've got 2 cream blushes. One is by Bobbi Brown and it is Fresh Melon 24. And this one is Hush by MAC. I'm going to use Hush first. I'm just going to take a pointed foundation brush. I pop a lot of this on the top of my cheekbone and I just adore it. Why people keep saying, you look plastic. It's not me. I'm going to take a little bit of that through my brow bone. I do look plastic. And then I'm using an Expert face brush and a little bit of my Fresh Melon on the apples of my cheeks. There you have a finished look at my everyday makeup that I've been wearing recently that loads of you have asked for. And I think it's really nice for the summer. I just want to show you one other thing. I know these are all the things in my makeup bag actually, but I love this as well. This is by Nars and it's Longer Than Life, and it is the colour, maybe that's the colour, Longer Than Life Long Wear Eyeliner, must be the colour. It looks awesome inside the eye, and if you're doing a black flick, I'll show you. And if you're doing a back flick, you can kind of pull it up, but it's a really nice, like, alternative to white or to skin colour, flesh colour, and it's like a really mint green. I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. Have a lovely day, and I hope you've taken something from that, and I've kind of tried to give you reasons as to why I do things on my own face. Have a lovely day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, NixiePixie1, and on Twitter, I'm just NixiePixie. I couldn't get the same name on both, which is very annoying. And yeah, I will see you all again soon. Take care. Love you lots.